Hi collectors, it's a clip of King Bag for another ratings video, and today I'm going to do a double rating on the Hot Toys John Connor, the original version, and the Hot Toys Marcus Wright. Right, I'll start off with a little story how I got these two figures. Sat at work one Sunday morning, bored shitless, thought I'll have a little look on company computer. So I fired it up, sees two Hot Toys figures from the same seller. He got them for £80 each, £10 post and packaging. So I tried to decide which one I wanted and put in a nice little bid for him. Then decided to contact the seller, asking if we could do some kind of deal, and that's what we did. I offered to buy both figures if he'd end the auction then at the £80 each and the £10 post and package on each. He agreed to do that. I paid him straight away, and I got the figures I was looking for. At the time, they were both real bargains because they'd not been out very long, and they were both pretty sought after. So, like I said, I'm going to do a ratings, and I'm going to try and do them both together and keep a score to see where we get to with each figure. Right, and source material. As you can see, I've got Terminator Salvation playing in the background on the Blu-ray, and I think it's an underrated film. I really like it. I think it is a good part to the Terminator films, like the immediate future, and it does leave it open to go into really exciting places with this franchise. It's a lot better than Part 3, probably not so good as Part 1 or 2, but like I say, I really enjoy it. So obviously for both figures, the source material, a lot of people might disagree, but I would give it a 4. So both figures starts off with 4 points for the source material. The packaging, a lot of you have probably seen reviews on the packaging already. It's a polystyrene, a sprayed polystyrene box with a small slip cover that slips over it. You can see as well they both use the same packaging, and everybody who's got it probably knows it's completely and utterly wank. The reason I say that is the slip covers are really thick cardboard, and I say that the box is it's a polystyrene. It is sprayed, but it's still got a polystyrene feeling to it. So what you notice is half at time you can't open the fucking thing, and rest at time you're sort of scraping away bits of the polystyrene with a cardboard slip as you're opening and closing it. Because both of these figures do come with a lot of accessories, I don't put everything on all the time. So if I'm opening and closing the box, the more often I use it, the more it frustrates shit out of me. So like I said, they both got the same packaging, so I'd give both figures 2 points each. Likenesses. It's a really good strong point on both figures, to be honest, because although the Christian Bale sculpt's a little bit too full in the face, it is a really good likeness. Like I said, they did release a battle damage version after this, but I actually prefer the original version. I think it's a lot better sculpt. I'll see if I can get a little closer. I do have trouble focusing with this camera. It's obviously because I choose to have something playing in the background, so the camera doesn't really know what to focus on. But as you can see, you can tell it's Christian Bale. A really good looking figure. The Marcus Wright, because we have a standard Sam Worthington head. As you can see, that's a really good sculpt also. A lot better than the prototype head they were going to release. I think they did a definite improvement on this one. I'll see if I can get that. It's a really good head on that. And also, with this version, you do get the battle damaged head, which is half Terminator, half Marcus Wright, and it's a really good effect. So on likenesses, although there's a couple of little nitpicks on both figures, such as, like I say, it could have been a lot slimmer faced on the John Connor, and the battle damaged version of the Marcus Wright could have had the ear missing as it is in the film, I would still give both figures 5 out of 5. Outfits. This is another really strong point on these two figures because they've both got amazing outfits. Out of all the Hot Toys figures I've got to say, the John Connor coat is possibly the best single outfit on any Hot Toys figure. It really does feel like a shrunk down version of a sheepskin coat. It really feels amazing. It really fits in well. The rest of his outfit is good. Obviously, he gets the military trousers, sculpted boots, sculpted gloves on his hands. It does actually have a Bluetooth headset in, and I've noticed a lot of my friends and a lot of my son's friends, first thing they're saying, they're looking at the figure and they're like, fucking hell, he's got an headset on, which is a really good touch. I said they do look amazing, both these figures. The Marcus Wright, as you can see, I've got him in the all leather suit, very reminiscent of the T2 suit, like a biker style coat and trousers. Then he wears like a wader style boot. He's got straps and buckles all over it, and just a plain grey t-shirt. Also, the Marcus Wright, you get a very, very cool blue felt feeling trench coat, which at the moment is inside the box. And because I explained earlier, the box is such a bitch to get into, I'd sooner just leave it in there. But as you can see on the front of the box, he's wearing the blue trench coat, which is awesomely tailored and awesomely weathered. So the outfits on both these figures, they're amazing. They could only ever get 5 out of 5. Right, the articulation, starting with the John Connor. It's a standard true type body, so we know how good that is. It will get into most poses. It holds the rifle comfortably. As you can see, the pose I've got him in, it's sort of running to his left, but then pulled his sidearm out and firing to the right. I'm really liking this pose at the moment. I had him in a standard pose with the rifle up on his shoulder, looking down the barrel, which you can achieve easy. I've just changed it up a little bit at the moment. It's the articulation on that's very good. The Marcus Wright is slightly less so, because those of you who know, his arms have got the rubber bodysuit on, which looks amazing because it shows the battle damaged metal skeleton underneath and like the muscle definition in his arms. But it is hard to put his shotgun in both hands. I know Mogi215 has got a decent pose if you look at his side, but he's sort of got the shotgun held in his right hand, doing the pump action with his left, but the shotgun seems to sit a little bit too high across his shoulders. So with this one, I go for a more a one-handed pose with a shotgun, just facing down, and not so much an action pose with this. So on the articulation scoring, the John Connor, I would give a definite 5. The Marcus Wright, I would just give a 4. Like I say, what it does lose in articulation, it does really, really look good. Right. Onto the extras. Both come with good extras. The Marcus Wright comes with a spare coat, the shotgun, a few extra hands. His hands are wrapped with like a boxing style wrap, like a fighter would wear under his gloves, which looks good. The spare head, obviously comes with a standard head on, and then the battle damaged head is separate. It's really good extras. The John Connor, it's mostly his weaponry, his cartridges, his pouches. He does have a sidearm, the large rifle, has the Semtex blocks down his side, the knife on his sleeve, which I'm not sure if you can see, just at the side of his gun there, the headset, a radio, everything. So the extras are both very good on this. So on the extras I would give them both 5 out of 5. What I would say is the John Connor is an absolute bastard to put it together, because all the harnesses come separate, so you've got to put them on, hook them all up, put everything into the pouches, the cartridges, the gun cartridge, the machine gun cartridge, and it's just a bitch to do. It took me about, well, the tactical harness were actually on because it had been pre-owned, but I still had to put all the pouches on and the magazines in, so it's like half an hour's work to do. It is an awesome effect when it's done, but it's just something to consider when you buy this figure new. So on the extras, I give them both 5 out of 5. Value. Like I said, I did buy them pre-owned, and at £80 each, they were a really good buy. I'm glad I was nice to the guy I spoke to, and he was a really good seller. Like I said, I did make a deal and took both off his hands, and when I ever buy on eBay, I do pay straight away. And it's good to keep a good relationship with the buyers, because the guy who sold me these also sent me a mail a few weeks later just saying that he'd got a few more to sell, including the Leonidas, which I was very tempted with, but I didn't have money at the time. But like I say, if you do treat people with respect, even online, I think you do get respect back. And I think we all know that from the comments we send back and forth to each other. So the value, I paid really low for him. The John Connor, obviously because there's a newer version out, and I don't know if it's because there's a newer version out, or because it's just the interest has dropped off. But the John Connor, you can pick him up around the £100 mark if you look out. And Play.com in the UK had an offer on a while back, and I think it was about £120. So the value's not really gone through the roof on that. The Marcus Wright is a little bit more sought after. Like I said, possibly because you get all the extras, and you could make two figures if you bought the extra bits and bobs that you would need for him. But because I paid low on the value, I would give them both. No, I'd give the Marcus Wright a 5. I'd give the John Connor a 4. But I couldn't grumble at the price I paid for him. So to sum up, the John Connor gets 30 out of possible 35. The Marcus Wright gets 30 out of possible 35. Right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please leave some comments. And the Clipper King will be back soon. Bye.